I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman might, kryptonite. You call me strong, you call me weak, but still your secrets I will keep. Took for granted all the times I never let you down. You stumbled.
Well, whether you're a parent, a grandparent, or share your home with loved ones, you probably want to be a Superman and do everything you can to protect your family, right? Well, there is one way to keep your home and family secure, and that's with a home security system.
Yeah, we don't have any kryptonite, but people invest hundreds, even thousands of dollars into technology for home security systems. But one homeowner who has one says he's feeling more vulnerable after being targeted by some door-to-door salesmen.
Charles Hunter relies on his home security system to keep him safe.
I've got window and door sensors and a motion detector.
So he was concerned when two men showed up at his doorstep saying his system had to be updated.
They said that San Jose has passed a new law and they're going to require the new control boxes so they can continue to monitor them.
They claimed they worked for ADT and they offered to do the upgrade for free.
It really sounded kind of suspicious.
And for good reason. It was a scam. And Hunter's not alone.
We're seeing some weird stuff happen.
Larry Walker owns an alarm company. He says the phony pitch was probably a scheme to switch Hunter to a new security company without his permission, a common ploy known as slamming.
You're stuck with a previous contract you signed with a previous alarm company, and now you got a new contract. Legally, you're bound to two contracts.
Another problem? Walker says when someone shows up at your door uninvited, it's hard to know what security company you're dealing with, since many mention big names like ADT. And in some cases, you may not be dealing with a security company at all.
We don't knock at their doors, ever.
The door-to-door security scam is also popular with identity thieves and other crooks. Another concern for Hunter, since the people who came to his door asked for personal information, allegedly to confirm he was the homeowner.
They asked for my social security number and my date of birth.
And he handed it over, a decision he now regrets.
I don't feel good about that at all.
And these door-to-door pitches tend to peak over the summer, and the target demographic is usually older homeowners. Now, home security systems have certainly come a long way over the past couple of decades, but you know, protecting your family is equally, if not more important, when they are outside the home. Now,
Yes.
there's new technology to help with that as well.
Yeah, GPS, you're probably familiar with it, Global Positioning System, or GPS. It's found in cars, it's found on boats. You can even find it in your smartphone if you look. Now, the technology is being used to let parents know exactly where to find their children. Parents can track their child's location through a GPS wristband. Let's see how it works.
Take a look at one of the newest ways to know where your children are, and this one doesn't force you to give them a cell phone. It's a bracelet.
A lot of research, and we found out there just wasn't anything like this.
Inside the band is a highly sensitive GPS antenna.
Take a look at Kids Sport GPS, a colorful wristband or ankle bracelet with a built-in GPS tracker. It promises to tell you almost exactly where your kids are when you want to know. This family put it to the test.
What color would you want to get for this bracelet?
The bracelet even lets you track several kids at once.
You can see where she is right here.
The Kids Sport is also a big help if a child is abducted. If the bracelet's removed or cut off, it sends an alert to your cell phone. There's also a panic button that kids can push to send a warning. Back to the search for the family testing the bracelet, you can see where the little girl is on this cell phone. It shows the little girl near some tennis courts, and that's where she is with her mom and brother. The GPS tracker worked like a charm and put this mom at ease.
We all kind of long for that freedom that we saw as kids, for our kids to be able to have that. They'll never have the freedom that we did, but they can certainly have more freedom so that you feel like you know exactly where they are.
We've had all sorts of calls from parents with kids with autism to just parents going to Disney World.
A simple idea to provide a big help for worried parents.
Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Isn't that a great idea? Now, there are other GPS bracelets and watches for kids sold online, but if you like this particular one, it costs about $129.
How about that?
Isn't that a great idea? It just seems So logical.
Yes.
So logical. Now, if that price is still a little bit too steep for you, well, there is another low-tech way that you can prevent your child from getting lost in a crowd.
That's right, Jimmy. Do you remember when your kids were little and on the first day of school when they rode the bus, they had to wear this like ID card
Yes.
on yarn around their neck?
Yep.
It had their name and bus number and homeroom number on there just in case they got lost in the shuffle.
Yep.
Pretty good idea. Well, one mom has taken that idea to the next level.
For kids, a trip to a theme park, the zoo, or even the local city park can be thrilling, filled with sights and sounds that must be explored. For parents, however,
Andrew, come here. My fear is always that they would get lost or separated from me. God forbid something happened and someone should take them. The other thing is, if they couldn't find me, how would they know what to communicate on how to find us?
Katie Gibbons is the mom of 2 young boys who, like most kids, love to play and discover new things. So when her family took a trip to Disney World, she had reason to be a little anxious.
We talk to our children about hold my hand, stay close, stay by me. But, in a crowded place like a Disney World or a theme park, it's just very easy to lose track.
To keep her kids connected, Gibbons had a new trick up her sleeve, or rather up her boy's sleeve.
You like this card?
The safety tat is a temporary tattoo that parents can write their contact information on. If a family gets separated, a child can show their tattoo to someone in charge.
Well, I feel like it gives a little bit of peace of mind.
The safety tat was actually invented by a mom, Michele Welsh, who came up with the idea after a family trip. She says the product is especially great for young children.
We've gotten also feedback from security personnel that say how much of their time is really spent looking for someone named Mommy, because young kids really sometimes certainly don't know their parents' mobile phone number, but many times don't know their parents' name in order to effectively communicate.
And it's not just the parents who get a little peace of mind.
By a child having it on his or her arm, they realize that that's the shortcut to get back to mom and dad, so they don't panic.
The tattoos are available online and in about 200 stores nationwide. A 6-pack starts at about $11 and they last up to a week.
And the safety tats don't stop with phone numbers. There are also tattoos for allergies. So if your child is headed to a camp or even a new school, the tattoo can help prevent accidental exposures.
Why didn't we think of these things? We could have had so much money.
I know.
Why didn't we?
We could have saved some lives, but
Well, there's that. So yes. How about we turn our focus to our 4-legged kids? You know the ones I'm talking about, our little fuzzy furball. Did you know that your pet's parenting style can have an impact on their health? Up next, find out what type of pet parent you are and what you need to know to keep Fido safe during these summer months.
Well, there are still plenty of cats and dogs on Delmarva that need parents. Delmarva Life's Sean Stryker will introduce us to a few of them a little later.
Plus, it's a jam-packed weekend at Delaware State Fair. How about this view from Chopper 16? We're going to run down the list of just some of the shows that you don't want to miss. Delmarva Life will be right back.